It's your girl, Miss Erica. I'm coming to you straight out of NYC on this quiet Wednesday night. So, for all of those who don't know about the Carlishia Hood situation involving her son deleting the man, I believe his name is Jeremy Brown. Well, Chicago Cook County State Attorney's Office reviewed the case, and they moved to dismiss the charges against not only herself, the mother, but also the son. So according to Chicago 5 News, it reads, crimes in court. Charges against mom, teen, son in Chicago restaurant shooting dropped due to emerging evidence. The Cook County State Attorney's Office said it reviewed the case against Carlishia Hood and her 14-year-old son, and in light of emerging evidence, moved to dismiss charges against both. Murder charges against the mother and her 14-year-old son, who authorities said was ordered by his mother to shoot a man at a Chicago restaurant, have been dropped. Prosecutors announced Monday. The Cook County State Attorney's Office said it reviewed the case against Carlishia Hood and her 14-year-old son, and in light of emerging evidence, moved to dismiss charges against both. Based upon the facts, evidence, and the law, we are unable to meet burden of proof in a prosecution of these cases, a statement from the office read. Hood, 35, and her teen son were facing murder charges following the incident, which took place at a Maxwell Street Express on the city's southwest side earlier this month. Police has said Hood was in an argument with 32-year-old Jeremy Brown while waiting in line for food at a restaurant located at 11656 South Halstead Street. Hood then reportedly texted her son and had him come to the restaurant as the argument turned physical. Officials allege Brown punched Hood in the head, and Hood's son took out a gun, shooting Brown in the back. The Chicago Sun-Times reported. The teen continued shooting as Brown ran from the store, with both the teen and his mother following Brown into the parking lot. Prosecutors reportedly said Hood told her son to keep shooting Brown and kill him. After the teen stopped shooting at Brown, his mother allegedly told him to shoot Brown's girlfriend, who authorities said encouraged Brown during the earlier altercation. Prosecutors also reportedly said Hood tried to grab the gun herself before her son shoved her off, and the two fled the scene. Brown ultimately died from his injuries, police said. The scene was captured on surveillance video, which was released by police and showed Hood ordering food and her son opening fire in both in the restaurant and the parking lot before the pair left the scene. Additional footage started circulating on social media showing Brown repeatedly striking Hood prior to the shooting. If you say one more thing, I'm going to knock you out, Brown said in the video before striking Hood. The footage ended with what sounded like a gunshot as Brown continued punching Hood. Hood and her son surrendered to police on Wednesday and were arrested by authorities, Chicago police said. They were both charged with first-degree murder, and Hood faced an additional charge of contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Prosecutors said Hood, who had no criminal background, also had a valid firearm owner's identification card and a permit to carry a concealed weapon. Now, I'm going to put in my 2 cents. It's really sad that this man's life ended the way it did, but he shouldn't have put hands on that woman. There was no need for that. If he was holding up the line and the people didn't say anything who worked there, if the other people around her didn't say anything, because I saw the footage, there were other people there, I think he would have been best to just walk away and take his business elsewhere, because it wasn't worth it. Because there's different businesses, I'm sure, in Chicago. He could have ordered any type of food through Uber Eats, whatever they have out there. Sometimes, and a lot of times, it's best to just keep it moving. You don't need to deal with that smoke. You don't need to deal with that. Keep it moving. And now, this man is gone, and he has 2 daughters to raise. Now, I've done research about Jeremy Brown, and from what I found out, he was not a nice person in terms of how he treated women. He was doing that to his baby mother, they say. They say he was abusive to her. Another thing, too, we got to talk about the boy. Because the boy was told to shoot. And it really, I believe, because the girlfriend was there and she was laughing and egging it on. And I think that Carlishia Hood was embarrassed. And I believe that's when she told her son, get that gun and kill him. Then they shot him. Brown followed him out. And she instructed him, her son, to shoot him some more. Here's the problem with this. I think it was intentional to kill. Because she said kill him. It wasn't like, protect your mother. And it wasn't like he did it on his own. I believe they dropped the charges more so for the boy. But because it's a woman, they had to drop it for her. Because she was a victim. But I'm going to say this and leave it at that. She got to leave Chicago. I'm going to come back later on tonight and talk more about this. But Chicago ain't safe for the Hood family. Now I ain't just talking about Carlishia. I'm talking about her son. And I'm talking about her other relatives. And with that being said, I'm signing out. Thank you for listening and tuning in. I know my voice was low, but it's at nighttime and I have family here. And I don't really want to talk too loud because they're sleeping. Take care. And it's sad. I love this world. And it's just sad all around.